for you, kind of the adjustment process, opening nights, a few nights away, how's it been here?
Yeah, it's been great. Everybody's been very welcoming. The coaching staff's been great and very clear on what they're looking for. So it seems like we got a great group here, and I'm excited to get going.
You've played in an original six market before. Is it much of the same, or is this still kind of learning anew?
I don't know yet. We'll see as we go on, but I obviously am very proud to play for an original six franchise like the Detroit Red Wings, and it's just really cool to put on that jersey.
And for you personally, all the players have been talking about adjusting a Newsy system. Defensively, what has that been like? How does that look like? Is there anything that sticks out to you so far?
Yeah, there's certain predictable plays, we call them, so just being on top of those and knowing exactly where you're supposed to be at all times is just something that's an adjustment, and we all know what he's looking for, but obviously when you're thinking during games, you want to just become second nature, so we're working towards that, and I think it'll be good.
As a group defensively, what's kind of the key themes you guys are maybe trying to hit on this year? Playing hard to play against, stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. I think being hard to play against, playing with a little grit, and at the same time trying to defend by not playing defense, moving the puck up ice and driving the play in the right direction.
You've been around the league quite some time too, and looking around the defensive room, there's a lot of veteran guys too. What has just that camaraderie been like, and how valuable is that for a team that's trying to take that next step?
Yeah, it's been great. We do have a lot of veteran guys and a lot of established NHL players on D and good depth, so I can't say enough good things about these guys.
We have a little bit of everything, right shot, left shot, we got a good mix, so it's I think the first time we've had an established 12, 13 forwards.
Is it too early in the go to kind of pinpoint what the identity of this team might be?
No, I don't think so. I think we started it last year, and that's a hard-working team, relentless forechecking and on top of people. We showed it last year. We had guys buying in, blocking shots, doing whatever it took. So we have talked about continuing that, and we brought in guys that will only help that.
It feels like there's a little bit of a buzz on the outside about this team and about the opportunities and maybe the trajectory. Do you guys feel it inside, or how do you use that? Do you just kind of maintain the day one day at a time?
I don't think we really pay attention to it. We know what we have in here. We play. We know what it takes to win hockey games, and there's guys in here that have won a lot of hockey games. So we don't really pay attention. Everyone's record right now is 0-0 and 0 points. So no one's proved anything. We have to go out there on Thursday, and it's a great test to start New Jersey on the road. So we get to show how relentless our forechecking and our how tight we want to be on top of those guys. It'll be fun.
When there's 6-7 faces in the lineup, does it make the fast start that you want any tougher, difficult?
No, I don't think so. Last year we had a similar thing. We got off to a pretty good start. I think we got a lot of, like I keep saying, guys that have been around. We got, a lot of American Canadian guys that are good character guys, and they've really fit in already through camp and being here early before the season started. So I have a great feeling about our locker room.
So many guys have talked about just feeling more comfortable, but from the coaching staff, do you sense an added level of comfortability here in Newsy's second season?
Yeah, I do. I think last year was all new. Even this week before the season last year, we were going through systems, and it was still learning. Right now, we're just fine-tuning things and getting ready to go. There's not that much of an adjustment period as compared to last year.
Not a lot of people have you guys pretty high. Is that kind of like a chip on the shoulder type?
Yeah, I don't know if underdog might be a little extreme. Just reality, probably. I have no problem with it. It's probably a reality of where we're at, and probably more of a reality of where, unfortunately or fortunately, the conference and the division's at. So it's just where it's at, and I don't think we're going to go in there and us versus the world. No one believes in us. Just think it's just do the right thing, and let's see where this plays out.
Are you getting more comfortable with your special teams units, like who you want where? Or?
Yeah, I think so. Today, you saw obviously a ton of situational stuff, special teams, some 3-on-5, 4-on-3 goalie pull situations. Slower practice today, but a necessity. Getting some things covered and trying to be detailed on it. So I think we're zoning in what you probably saw on the power play today. We'll probably do some reps again more. We change it a little bit, but probably zoning in on where we want to be there.
How much maneuverability does it give you to have so many right-handed shots? I mean, you've got quite a few options.
Yeah, of a positive. And again, people talk about the added depth. Steve's number. I think he's got a little purpose, a lot of things. Righties, lefties, our D, even our forwards. So just want to try to get guys most comfortable position possible.
As a coach, what changes about what you want to accomplish in practice and what you're able to do in practice once you've pared it down to the one group and you're just running one practice a day?
Yeah, not a lot different. I mean, when you go 2 teams, you're basically running that practice. Just now it's a unique partner schedule, which I liked, that we get 3 full practices into our game on Thursday. Obviously, teams are playing tonight. It's a different feel and look for them. So we were probably able to detail out some specialized stuff like we did today. But no, same process, working on some things. The back end of practice was some things that leak into our game on Saturday. Obviously, we gave up some odd mans and we were a little sloppy with some positional play. And that was what our back end of practice was all about today.
Will you watch all the games tonight?
Oh, and here and there, but Dad, I'm sure there'll be a minor hockey practice. I get lured into running. So I think I'll be spending my 8 o'clock hour with the Little Caesars U18s, but I will be watching before and after.
You run those practices the same way?
I do. I roll in, I'm like, Coach, what do you need? And he gives me a list of things, and the brain gets spinning, and we go and do it. So, and I just run enough where they like me.
I know that as a coach, obviously, it's one game at a time, and you have to, stay where your feet are. But is there some excitement about just the opportunity that you have here and to open a new season? And
yeah, absolutely. The opening game of the year is unique. I know there's 82 of them. Probably what you're alluding to. There is something special about that opening game of the year. I love the fact that we are playing a team that, top to bottom, is a legit Stanley Cup contender, maybe the best team towards the second half of the season. I know it's only the exhibition and outcome is what it is, but I don't think it's an accident. They rolled easily to a 6-0 record. They have depth. They play with pace. I just think a really good test for us to start.
That first month, probably because that Sweden trip, that first month of the schedule, there's not a whole lot of, you got a lot of hockey.
Yeah, that's good. It's the reality of going to Sweden. We're going to be condensed on the front end and back end of it, which is fine. Again, I do like the way this schedule is played out. We've got a few more practices. The fact we don't open up until Thursday, so I think that'll be beneficial. So it's all part of it. Everyone has their unique challenges to the schedule. We're no different.
And then the depth too, like we talked.
Yep,
the depth's going to be pretty important.
It needed, much needed depth. Yes.
With all the line juggling that you've done throughout the preseason, Larkin and DeBrincat they've been constants. Just what you see from them as far as the chemistry that they built?
I still think it's growing. It's definitely not a finished product. You can see even in their exhibition, a lot of positives. Obviously, they're both dynamic players, but probably a little too much time in their own zone, which is self-inflicted too. I think they have a feel of wanting to be together. I think they're getting some chemistry. Obviously, they spend some time on the power play together. It kind of runs in sync with their line. So I'm not married to it, but we want it to work because we think it's 2 extremely special players that we think can work. And obviously, we're still trying to figure out that wing for them.
How do you manage, like, when someone can shoot the puck like DeBrincat can, having guys force feed him a little bit? Yeah,
he just wants to be. You want to put him in a situation to succeed. He is a natural off-wing player. That's almost pretty impressive how he's able to take pucks on his backhand, and obviously he's able to shoot from that side of the ice. Some guys are different. where they play their hand. A lot of it has to do with some breakouts, but he's pretty special on his offhand there. So, of course, we're designed, and we want to try to set him up and put him in situations to succeed, and that's part of it.
On the flip side of that, does having a guy like Alex DeBrincat play with Dylan Larkin, he's going to take some attention, obviously some major attention. Does that open things up for someone like Dylan Larkin?
I hope so, but it's just, again, those guys, I think they get caught into it. They get caught in a little offense focused, which both those type of players will get some rope. With us, it's just the reality, I think, of trying to be successful in that balance. But again, I still think if those guys play with proper habits, the stopping and starting, being good in their zone, just maximizing as much time as they can spend on the rush and in the zone, will make them successful.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.